Oh, it's been quite some time, and I'm back for shits and giggles, guys. It's been way too long. Way too long. Between games, between this, between that, and all of the above. But guys, let me tell you something. To be perfectly honest, I've been watching Arsenal here, there, and everywhere, and this game against Crystal Palace was so topsy-turvy. I was on the edge of my seat. And this season's just been all over the joint. In all honesty, it's just been an absolute... It's been yo-yo. It's been ping-pong. It's been this, that. It's been nothing like previous seasons. And you know what? This game was much of that. We got into this game quick, fast, and early with Crystal Palace pressing the shit out of us. And I'm telling you, I was on the edge of my seat. And I know most of you guys were too, yeah? Most of you guys would have been just kicking back on, what the hell is going on? We can't control the ball. But it's been our season of just clusterfucks. It's been our season of winger issues, of striker issues, and all of a sudden injuries and this and that. But you know what? All the pressing and all the drama and all the tribulation and all this shit. And we smash these guys up. Smash them up 5-1. Like, I know we have been in some shitty form lately, yeah? And I'm swearing this and that, all of them. But Brenny, thank you for jumping in, man. Yes. The comeback. He's here, waiting to throw that straight with an uppercut, even though I've taken 7 or 8 shots this year. You know what I mean, bro? But, like, in all honesty, guys, this game had me just friggin' flipping out. I'm on the couch, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Aussie time, losing my mind. I'm wondering, what am I going to get from my boys? I've got Crystal Palace pressing the living daylight out of us. And you know what? It was looking sketchy. Gabriel Magalhaes comes back after injury, and you're thinking, you know what, our defense should be solidified. He was okay. What the hell was going on with Saliba early days? Like the Rolls-Royce centre back and this and that, and he was looking horrible. So we can all say, you know, squeaky bum time, everyone worried a little bit. Like, this game starting off, we're thinking, are we going to drop? Are we going to drop points early? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then what do we get? We get the informed guy, the informed Gabriel Jesus come to our rescue with an assist from Gabriel Magalhaes. We all know we got the first goal, and it was like, what's this snatch and grab? It's 1-0 after 6 minutes, and you know, we'll take that. We'll take that all frippin' day. And it was looking kind of bright, but it was much of the same for the next 15, 20 minutes. Where Crystal Palace are pressing us. Crystal Palace are asking questions. And we looked a little bit out of sorts. Not like what we've looked like in previous games where we've been holding on to possession, having our way with the ball. It wasn't that simple. It seemed as if Palace sort of had the right recipe to put us under pressure and get us to maybe slip up. And that was happening early on, right? We were slipping up. And Palace were taking advantage of it. Luckily, they weren't able to finish too easily. But right after that goal from Gabriel, from Jesus, we thought to ourselves, maybe a bit of reprieve. Kick back. Relax. You know, just calm down. Calm your nerves. It's going to be all right. And with Kai Havertz in midfield, which is something that I thought to myself, oh, here we go, right? Here we go. Moreno on the bench. This is the bloke who was supposed to come in and change shit up, yeah? I'm still not convinced. I think we got ourselves a Fabio Vieira, and disguise won't go there. Ismail Assar walks through our defence, walks through our midfield, walks into the box, and makes Raya look like an absolute clown. 11th minute, and it's 1-1, and I'm like, oh, man. This is what I was worried about. Oh, man. This is what I'm worried about again now. This is feeling as if we're going to drop points in this game because it doesn't look like we can handle Palace's press. But the response straight after, let's be perfectly honest. Gabriel Jesus, again, right-footed, into the corner. Thank you very much. Literally 3 or 4 minutes right after. Great response from Arsenal. Game started changing. Game started shifting. Game started to look a little bit more open, expansive. David Raya, you know, having a bit of dramas. Looking shaky. Has been looking shaky this season. Hasn't been much of himself. Raya playing out from the back was a little bit topsy-turvy. let's be perfectly honest, early days, he was looking really clownish. He was a bit of a clusterfuck. Controlling the ball, almost handing it over. You know what I mean? Thomas Partey cleaning up after him almost cost us a goal. But it seemed like the first 15 minutes of Arsenal, it just seemed as if we were in all sorts. We weren't ready for the game. We thought we were going to come over here and just snatch and grab nice and easy. No dramas, watch you own this one. Wasn't the case. We grew into the game. William Saliba didn't start off well. But by the 35th, 36th minute, he starts to get physical. He starts to push on the strikers. He starts to bump. He starts to niggle. He starts to hammer. And some wonderful saves from Raya keeps the game within our grasps. Let's be perfectly honest. Raya, double save here, double save there. Crystal Palace were up for this. They were definitely up for it. But the funniest thing in the world is so were we. The only downside to this game was Bukayo Saka. When Saka got injured and he pulled up lame, I was thinking, what's happened here? And the drama here is Saka's always the one to get caught. In this one, unfortunately, he pulled up lame and he's grabbing his hamstring. The same issues he's been having most of the season, unfortunately. Too many games, too much pressure on Saka. It's Saka FC, you know what I mean? And it's starting to show wear and tear on Bukayo Saka. Season after season, he's been our saviour, Saka. Saka, the saviour of Arsenal. And now it's looking like all these games are starting to take effect. All these niggles, all these hits are starting to take effect. He pulls up lame hamstring. Hamstring 2 weeks, hamstring 3 weeks, hamstring could be 6. And this is where we're worried now. Because we know we ain't got depth on the bench, right? We got Gabriel Martinelli on the left. We know Leandro Trossard warms up. He's like, I'm ready to rumble. Leandro comes in. He's just like, yeah, let's do this. Martinelli shifts to the right, Leandro to the left, and I'm thinking this is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We've always seen Martinelli on the left, and it's the same old shit on the left. He runs to the corner flag and does nothing. And it seemed like he was a winger reborn on the right. Martinelli on the right-hand side was a different winger. Martinelli on the right-hand side was expansive, was asking questions, was taking Mitchell and throwing him around. Martinelli on that side is the man who created the chance for Gabriel Jesus for that header that Kai Havertz decides to slot in when all the Crystal Palace defenders are stood still wondering what the hell's going on here. Leandro Trossard on the left. And even Trossard was getting in the mix, taking on his man, really stretching him out. Honestly, I reckon Martinelli on the right-hand side did great in this game. He was wonderful on the right side. I'm starting to believe that maybe that's a better side for him after this. Because on the left-hand side, man, that guy's anemic. That guy's a bit of a joke on that side. Hey, DWTT in the building. How we doing, my guy? Hello, hello. How you been, man? I hope you're doing well. Everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching me right now, if you don't mind, look, I'm not going to put a ticker. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. If you could like, share, and subscribe, it'd be great. This, that, you know what I mean? Is that fireworks? Is that gunshots? Don't know. Whatever it is, it is. But going back to this game, when I saw Kai Havertz score that goal, I was thinking, where the hell did he come from? Remember, he was in the midfield. Still got in his mind to get in that box. Jesus header. Great header, mind you. Great ball in, great header. Decent save. Crystal Palace defenders just stood there, looking like a bunch of statues. And Kai Havertz, thank you very much, back of the net. Poached it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And guys, in that first half, I was like, what the hell's going on here? We were getting pressed like crazy for 20, 25 minutes, looking shaky. And all of a sudden, we're walking into this 3-1. I'll take that all day. I was happy 3-1. But you could see there was more goals in this. And honestly, the second half, when I saw Riccardo Calafiori come in, and look, Miles Lewis-Skelly, he was doing great for that youngster. I mean, on that left-hand side, let's praise him. Young player, comes into this squad, doing bits, and didn't have a bad game. But let's be perfectly honest, Calafiori comes in. And shit, doesn't that change everything? Calafiori comes in on that left-hand side, and you know how we all talked about that inverted Zinchenko left wing back that I like. Not Zinchenko, that is, but I like that idea. Man comes in like a freight train. Man comes in, says, and what now? Watch me go Maldini settings. Collects the ball and just runs through, bro. This guy, he's got a point to prove, you know. I see him lose the ball. I see him lose the ball outside the box. And you guys remember this. Loses the ball outside the box, tracks back, gives away a free kick, hacks the bone on the Crystal Palace player, which I'm absolutely loving. Now, don't get me wrong. Gave away a free kick, which is a bit wrong. But you know what I'm saying? If you watch the replay, guys, you got Leandro Trossard. Look at him going, relax, take it easy. And you're looking at Calafiori. This guy's looking like he's about to friggin' Hulk up. You know, like I'm talking Hulk smash settings, Calafiori. I'm loving this Urian Timber Calafiori mix in the center, in the left and the left back and right wing back role. It's looking great. Both players can play the ball. Both players can defend. Calafiori, I think, probably better defender than Timber. Timber better going forward, but hey, even Calafiori going forward, we all know what he did to City. Man, this guy is a signing and a half. Solid on the ball, confident, strong, unfazed. Can't wait to receive, can't wait to play the ball, right? And he always knows that he has to track back to defend. Honestly, great buy, and I honestly hope that we can keep him fit as well as Urian Timber. Ben White missing. Does anyone miss him? No, I mean, Ben White's gone, right? Injured. But are we missing him? We're not. Not really, right? With Calafiori there and Skelly now, we got some depth. We're looking good in the back. We're looking strong, you know. Silver segments. G'day, Steve-O. Foxy here. Big up yourself, man. Big up. I missed you all. I know I've been quiet. Forgive me, you know. This year has been a horrible year for me, guys. Absolutely horrible. But you know what? Thought I'd jump back in again. Christmas is around the corner. I might as well talk about this game. It was a great performance. And man, we, you know, chit-chat and this and that. You know what I mean? Big up, big up. Hope you're doing well. Brenny, how are we again? What we got? Best performance I've seen over the years from Martinelli. Having been on the right. I'm with you. This season, shambles. Last season, topsy-turvy. But this game on the right side, winger reborn. Yeah? He honestly, guys, tell me what you think. On that side, on that right-hand side, he did look a lot more influential. Better on the ball. All right to take on his man. One or two players. The link-up play was better. Now, is that because we have Odegaard shifting over to that side a little bit more and allowing a little bit more of a link-up play, right? Allowing a bit more control, because Odegaard is very much always shifting to the right, but not much to the left. So is it that Martinelli was able to maybe have a little bit more influence in this game because you have Odegaard shifting to the right, and of course another ball-playing midfielder comes in with Martinelli with a bit of speed, gives defenders a bit of a hard time. I don't know. Maybe it's that dynamic. But Gabriel did really expose them on that right side. Now, don't get me wrong, Saka is irreplaceable in this Arsenal squad. But at the same time, this result was a result that we really needed going into Christmas. A win like this, right? We smack them up a few days back. Come back to smack them up again. And this time, hurt them. Like really hurt them. The substitutions of Calafiori and Declan Rice were instrumental in finishing off this game. Declan Rice came in just like Calafiori with a point to prove. He had an engine, he had energy, he had legs, and just when Crystal Palace was starting to lose a bit of their huff and puff from all this pressing, in comes a fresh Declan Rice to just tear it up. And didn't he do just that? He came in, stretched them out, and he was having the time of his life. And you could see Declan was in there to prove a point. I mean, let's be honest. The goal from Martinelli was well, Declan Rice got himself an assist, but let's be perfectly honest. Declan Rice was taking a shot on goal. Keeper would have had that too. Keeper would have had that, but Martinelli snatched it, right? Lucky he did, sent the ball in a different direction. Keeper goes the right way, unfortunately was the wrong way. But that's Declan Rice right there. And then let's be honest. The two substitutes, Riccardo Calafiori and Declan Rice, link up. Riccardo, left side. Declan Rice turns, shoots, bang, goal. Now that's a great way for those two players, those two impact players, to impact the game. This is Mikel Arteta coming in and saying, I've got an ace up my sleeve. Declan Rice on the bench, Kai Havertz in the midfield. What worries me is we've got Moreno bored in this season and didn't even get a look in. It's a player I really don't rate. I don't know if you guys have watched him. I honestly can't stand him. He's useless on the ball. He's slow, lethargic. I don't know. It just feels as if when it comes to Arsenal and picking midfielders or buying midfielders, it's shit, man. Like, all right, we did great with Declan Rice to an extent. Thomas Partey as well. But Fabio Vieira and Mikel Moreno, these two midfielders, man. These two midfielders are just, I don't know. Moreno's only just come in this season, but I'm not feeling him, man. I'm just not feeling him. He's just, I can't stand it. I just can't. Steve, you're looking great. Glad you're on. You're on the up. I'm sure yesterday helped that too. Let's kick on and hope other results go our way. Festive period is all about the results. Tell me about it. Football capital in the building. Where was the Fulham and Everton review? Where are you again? What happened? YouTube hiatus? Gone? Huh? I'll see you Monday, bro. I'll see you Monday. We've got some tests to do. It's all good, bro. It's all good. See you in the gym, bro. See you in the gym. You know what I mean? Hiatus, disappear, football capital. That, quiet, not saying nothing. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. My guy, Football Capital, guys, you can subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can get that turned back on again and we can have some shits and giggles on that. Me and him linked up really well on that. You know what I mean? Boys, let's be honest. Arsenal fans right now, look, I know the season is, forget about it. Liverpool are doing their thing. Chelsea are doing their thing. Manchester City are doing something, right? And it's something really good because my guy right here, I'm winning. Yes, we're winning too. Don't worry about it. I know my guy right here, Football Capital, Man United fan right now, is loving what he's seeing from Manchester City. Right? And I think everybody kind of deep down inside is loving what they're seeing from Manchester City. But we won't make this the Manchester City show. We'll just make this all about Arsenal, Crystal Palace. The other thing that I noticed in this game, right, we always like to play out from the back. And it's kind of getting dangerous. In this game, we almost got caught out 2 times because of Raya, right? Continuously playing out from the back. Now, I don't know if it's a signal for Mikel Arteta, if it was a scream, this, that, because this guy's freaking constantly moving around, honestly. His hand signals, gestures, this, that, messages, SMS, text, I got no idea. But I started to notice something in this game with Raya starting to go long. And I think that was key to our success. Sorry about this, guys. Because it seemed like Crystal Palace were thinking to themselves, well, Arsenal are going to continue to try to play out from the back regardless of how much we pressed them and we're going to catch them out. And they almost did. They almost did. But as soon as we started to get a bit open, as soon as we started to get exposed, Raya started to bomb the ball upfield. And I want to see more of that from him. Because to be honest, in this game, it caught Crystal Palace off guard. They really pressed us high. And the ball from Raya, right, is decent from sending a ball out to the wing, especially to Gabriel, right, was key to opening him up. Because as soon as Crystal Palace was pressing us, right, if they couldn't press us to an extent where we couldn't clear this ball or had to play out from the back, that ball was getting hoofed up to a winger. And we exposed them 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Let's be honest, guys, this game might have been 5. It could have easily been 7 or 8. Gabriel Jesus should have had a hat-trick. Let's be perfectly honest. I mean, whatever. Is he back in form? Whatever. Form, Gabriel Jesus, the 2 words don't, in a sentence, I don't think so. Not a great idea. But let's be perfectly honest, he should have had 3. Definitely should have had 3. There was Odegaard who should have scored all day. There was a Martinelli should have scored all day. But at the end of the day, I think to myself, I learned something from this game, and I hope Mikel Arteta has noticed something too, that playing out from the back, as important as it is, doesn't work every single time. Sometimes you have to hoof that ball up when you're getting pressed like we were getting pressed. Because Raya, to be perfectly honest, almost cost us in this game. He really did. And if it wasn't for maybe a tactical change or a wake-up call, this game could have been a lot different. Know what I mean? Here we go. More cups. Here we go. More cups than Kim. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's it. Take it into the gutter. That's where we like it. And to be honest, guys, look, in my opinion, this game was something that I needed. And I think most Arsenal fans needed. Going into Christmas, we need ourselves a decent win. Is there pressure on Liverpool? Not really. I mean, let's be honest. They got games in hand and they got that, they got that gap and mind the gap. Liverpool right now look on the solid team. All we can do is keep winning the games that we have in front of us, the games that we should be winning, the games that we should have won. But don't get me wrong, it's not like Liverpool are perfect. They're not. Chelsea, the resurgence, another team that you got to worry about. Manchester City, look, they might be down now, but they're not down and out. This is a team of stars, right? This Manchester City game, this Manchester City team, this Manchester City machine can turn back on again. Hopefully later in the season. Hopefully when they're in 11th or something. You know what I mean? That'd be great if they turned on then. But you never can tell with that team. For us right now, we need to think about every single game coming up, one game at a time. Gabriel Jesus in form. It was nice to see Mikel Arteta putting on a player who's in form. Now, I know Jesus isn't my guy. No, he's not. He's a player that I want sold. But if he's in form, you play him. The player who's in form is on the pitch. Martinelli, in my opinion, shouldn't have been on the pitch in this game. He hasn't been anywhere near form. But for some reason, we're fixated on him. I hope Arteta can wake up just a little bit and understand that players that are in form need to play. You know what I mean? Because Gabriel Jesus right now, in form, let's be honest, is winning us games. Let's call a spade here, guys. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he is the answer to our number 9 issues. No. Oh, hell no. No, not even close. But if he's going to be doing the business, then we're going to have to use him. Until we find ourselves a new number 9, more than likely not in January. Francesco, hello, how are you, man? Good win against Palace, but the team will have tough fixtures ahead. And I still have doubts that the squad will be able to surpass them. Yeah, look, to be honest, you're 100%, Francesco. The squad itself, I don't know. Defensively, we were shaky in this game. Saliba didn't look great. Raya didn't look great. Gabriel Magalhaes looked decent coming out of injury. Calafiori looked awesome. Skelly's looking okay. Yuri and Timber, let's not even go there. This guy, man, left back, right back, any back, which way, I don't care. This guy, wonderful. I'm hoping our defense can solidify because we are letting in too many cheap goals and they're costing us. Because teams are going to just snatch and grab. Get that goal, park the bus, and that's working, right? So defensively, where we've been solid and we've got a decent centre-back pairing, it hasn't been great this season, let's be honest. And David Raya hasn't done himself any favours either. So, yeah, look, it's going to be a tough season. With the left wing being anemic, Martinelli not doing much on that left-hand side, Leandro Trossard, a decent left winger, but he's not the answer. It leaves us a one-dimensional Arsenal with Bukayo Saka, who's now injured, right? Reliant on him constantly, this is what we get. We honestly do need to go into the transfer window, get serious, go for our number 1 targets, pay above what we need to pay, and get in a player like what I would like, a Nico Williams, to be honest, on the left-hand side. That would be what I'd want, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to know about anyone else at all. Nico Williams is fucking wonderful, in my opinion. So, look, guys, I don't know. In my opinion, if we sit down right now and we go through the Arsenal squad and we look at players that, you know, let's be honest, that could, you know, potentially be, you know, of Arsenal's quality, of Arsenal's needs, Bukayo Saka would be one of them. Declan Rice would be another one. Thomas Partey, look, this season's been solid. If he plays as a CDM, not as a right back. Defensively, I'm not phased. Defensively, I look at Calafiori. Defensively, I look at Timber. Defensively, I look at Saliba and Magalhaes. Great. Raya, whatever. But at the moment, the number 9, the striker positions, unfortunately, right now, I don't know. I'm not convinced. Our number 9, I mean, Kai Havertz, don't get me wrong, he's doing what he does, but we can't play through the center with Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? We're constantly stretching out on the wings. Okay, we can play that kind of football. We did in this game, and it was wonderful. It worked well against Crystal Palace. But we all know we're only one-dimensional going down the right. We can't constantly go down the right-hand side and think that, hey, we're going to surprise them by going right. You know, this is like Rihanna to the left, Arsenal to the right. Now Bukayo Saka's injured, right? Bukayo Saka's injured. And now what is it? To the bench? You know what I mean, boys? You know what I mean? It's a bit fucking, how you going? Oh, what's going on here? I'm sorry, guys. I went on a bit of a rant. What's going on here? It's gone a bit AWOL. We've got Dan Watson. The squad without Saka will struggle. Odegaard looks for that pass all the time. Tell me about it. But how well did Martinelli do with Odegaard on that side? Oh, here we go. Never a foul. Raid, big up Aussie, big up Joshua. Here we go. The boys in the building smashing me up. Look at this. Raiding the house. Everybody. Tyrell Gunner smashing it up. Boys, what's going on? What's going on? Don't tell me. Don't tell me you miss me. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boys, what's going on? What's going on? Here we go. Hey. Oh, boys. Big up yourselves for being in the chat. Big up yourselves. Oh, here we go. Generally, we get a couple and we'd be okay. Look, you know what? If we do go into the January window, serious, yeah. I honestly want to see Nico Williams in an Arsenal kit. That's just my guy. Now, that's just my liking for a winger. He's the kind of player that I think will really do well at Arsenal. But can we get him over the line? Will we get him over the line? Good question. Are we even looking at him? Who knows? I don't know who we're looking at, to be perfectly honest. You know, I don't want to hear Jesus and Kai Havertz are the guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You ain't getting Nico Williams. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back, Martinelli as a striker. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not... Look, Martinelli has been here long enough, right? And has he proven, that he's good enough for the Arsenal squad? I don't think so. One decent season and sketchy, right? Emil Smith-Rowe, I don't know. He's gone now. But similar sort of attributes to Emil Smith-Rowe. He came out, did all he could, and then Emil Smith-Rowe got injured and he was thrown out like a dirty rag. Martinelli, honestly, chopping block in my opinion. Oh, never a foul. Big up, man. Thank you very much. Please, guys, like the video. It won't hurt. Couple of likes, couple of subscribes, this, that, all of the above. You know what I mean? Kaz, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope he's all doing well. Here we go. Never a foul raid. Still smacking me up. Okay. Nico Williams hasn't done anything since the Euros. I get it. But in an Arsenal squad like this, look at the player and what he brings, right? What he can bring to the squad. No, and I know it's like, we all want that Messi. We all want that Kylian Mbappe, right? But you all want that Thierry Henry where he could play with any team and still make it happen. Those players don't exist. Look at Erling Haaland. He was a cheat code, right? Look at him. The rest of the team goes down. He can't finish. I think Nico Williams at Arsenal, right, is going to have an easy breezy time. Calafiori behind him, overlapping run, great link-up play there. In the midfield, you've got Odegaard, you've got Declan Rice. You've got quality there, right? If you have a decent number 9 as well, come on now. You can't tell me that Nico wouldn't be an upgrade to Gabriel Martinelli. Now, I'm not saying he's Saka levels, but it's a level up from Gabriel Martinelli. In my opinion. Like the ting. That's what I'm saying, boys. Like the ting. Here we go. You can see they're the same as Spurs. Look, I don't think anyone concedes like Spurs. Unfortunately, because Spurs have got so many damn injuries, this is a team that will concede all day, every day. Missing centre-backs, missing wing-backs, missing their goalkeeper. Nah. Look, we're conceding silly goals, nowhere near as much, but we're not good enough. We're not. Defensively, right now, I'm not convinced. It took 25 to 30 minutes for us to get solid. And against better squads, against a Liverpool, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. With their B-team defense, relax yourself. Chill. Saka is going to be out probably for no less than 6 weeks. Yeah. It could be, look, I'm hoping it could be less because, when it comes to a hamstring issue, we could get lucky 2, 3. But because this has happened before, I'd have to agree with you. I'd actually go a little bit further and say maybe more than 6 weeks. This is reoccurring right now. This is where it becomes scary. And this is why, for Arsenal, for Arsenal, I would love us to be a more two-dimensional team to three-dimensional team. But we can't be 2D or 3D without a number 9 and another 7 or 11, right? We need an 11. We need another winger. Martinelli isn't the guy. Trossard off the bench, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? He can be like our Solskjaer or whatever. He comes off the bench, does some bits, mad, right? Snatch and grab, cool story, hectic. But not the starting line. Martinelli loves to run to the corner flag. I don't know. It's like he's got a thing for the corner flag, a fetish. Martinelli and his fetish for the corner flag. No? I swear. On the right-hand side, better with Odegaard, but still nowhere near as fluent as Saka. At the moment, this is looking like it's going to be our 7-11 right now with Trossard on the left and Martinelli on the right up until Saka's fit. But in January, if we don't get serious, we're seriously going to get overrun. We don't have the squad depth, 100%. We don't have the quality on the bench, 100%. What do we got here? We should go for Kudus or Lookman. Fair shout. I like Kudus. I think he's awesome. But will he be available? And how much will we have to pay? That's a question. What do you think he's worth? I like Kudus. Lookman's decent. Boniface, yeah. We could have got Osimhen on a loan. What do you do? Oh, you'll be fine. It's only Saka. We're Saka FC. Don't you know? Arsenal is Saka FC. No Saka, no Arsenal. Sack us without Saka. Serious. I'm not joking. Here we go. Atletico Bilbao are playing great. Nico Williams, though, been playing shit. Yeah, look, I think Nico in an Arsenal squad right now would be, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think Nico in an Arsenal squad's a different player. And I think we can get him on a cheap. I don't see Arsenal going into this January window spending massive. Do you get me, guys? Now, I know, is it that I want to band-aid the squad and get us across the line? Kind of. You know what I mean? I'm being a little bit... I'm not being optimistic. I'm trying to get serious. I don't see us going and spending 120, 130 million pounds on a decent striker, and I don't see us spending about 90 million pounds to 100 million pounds on a decent winger, high-end winger, right? Much like we're not going to go and get Barrea, to fill in the number 8 role, whatever. We're not going to do that. We've spent some silly money, right? And now we're paying for it. The Moreno money was silly. Calafiori money wasn't, but the Moreno money's cost us. Moreno and Fabio Vieira have cost us. If we put them both together, I think that's about 85 million pounds. In mistakes? We should go for Kudus and Lookman. Yes, I think so. Sorry, just going through. Here we go. Francesco. Having Raheem Kardashian. Oh, my God. Why are you doing this to me? Why torture me, man? I only just got back. Why do you guys want me to go away? Raheem, Sterling, Pence, whatever. Raheem Kardashian starting in Saka's position is a massive downgrade. You think? Raheem Sterling right now should be on laundry duty. He should be washing and hanging clothes. That's it. But let's get going. Due to the small size of the squad, the team is always one suspension or injury away for things going wrong really quick. Couldn't agree with you more. We did try to solidify our defense. Skelly at the back, Zinchenko at the back, Calafiori at the back, Ben White at the back, Urian Timber at the back, Magalash at the back. Look at this. And Saliba has 7 players. Defensively. Right? We're not mucking around defensively. A lot of injuries. In the midfield, we went for Moreno thinking that he was going to give us depth. To the depths of hell is where Moreno's taken us. Right? This guy is shit. Like, he's so shit. And I'd love it if he comes and proves me wrong, but he's shit. Right? And it's not looking good with him. He has sold Moreno in. Shit business all day. All day. Here we go. What we got? EF94. I don't do the positive think much. Jesus catching fire just as our best player gets injured is mad. Good luck for us, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. The gods. It's Christmas. Santa Claus comes over, says to Arsenal, here you go. We can last the next 4 fixtures, but need more in Jan. 100%. And the next 4 fixtures are going to be interesting to see how we're going to try to adapt our style of football. We're going to play the same kind of football. Is Martinelli going to be able to play that right-hand side and be as fluent as he was against Crystal Palace? Who knows? How much more does Odegaard have to do when it comes to that link-up play to keep Martinelli, right, active, right, and positive, and not running to the corner flag? Odegaard, a lot of work. Let's hope Ethan comes in more. Oh, my days. Thank you very much. A man after... right here. 100%. I would love to see Ethan come in a little bit more. Now, this was a game, right, where Kai Havertz came in as our makeshift number 8, right? And Ethan really didn't get a call into this game. Now, look, tactical, more than likely. It's possible that Mikel Arteta wants taller midfielders, right? He wants to put up a wall in a midfield. Now, I know Kai Havertz isn't a midfielder. I get it, 100%. But I think he wants tall timber in the midfield. I would like to see Ethan play a little bit more too. He brings his uncharacteristic. He's like, you can't pick what he's going to do because he's a young player. he's got the guts, testosterone levels through the roof. I'm going to ping this. I'm going to take the shot. It's the confidence, just like Calafiori. They're like bulletproof, you know what I mean? And it's not predictable football. It's unpredictable what you're going to get from them. And that's what makes it exciting for a player like that. So I hope to see a little bit more from him as well. I think he'll add to the dynamic. And to be perfectly honest, look, he's not going to, he could be a game-winning player, but I don't think he's going to come in as that much of an impact. The more we play him, though, the better he's going to get, right? Kudus is about 85 mil. Lookman and Atlanta are in a title race. Yeah. Kudus, yeah. And you know what? And the rest. Because in January, it's going to be very hard to replace him, right? So we could be looking at even more. Now, Arsenal to spend that kind of money in January on a midfielder when they've already spent, I think it was 60 million euro. Give or take. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, on Moreno. Big L, right? Ozzy Martinelli under Emery was on smoke. What happened? Look, I know everyone's going to come in and tell me Emery this, Emery that. I hate to say it. Even under Emery, he was one-dimensional. Ran in and was able to beat players with speed. Now he second-guesses himself. When he makes the run, instead of continuing his run, he slows down and then bursts again. The problem with him right now is he keeps cutting back too early or cutting back too late. The other thing that I have a problem with Martinelli is when he used to cut in early, right? He's no longer doing that. He's running towards the sideline. That could be an Arteta thing. That's the way he wants to play. Or this could be a Martinelli thing. But if you check out Martinelli, have a good look at him. Notice that when he makes his run and he beats his man, right? Or he's right on the edge of beating him, he pulls back. He needs to keep going. He's got that speed. I don't know. I think he second guesses himself too much. He's decent on the ball, but not as good as Saka. I don't know. Who would have guessed a right-footed player on the right wing might be able to whip in across? Just saying. Fair enough. I get you. Fair enough, right? But who would have thought Gabriel Martinelli was going to be half decent on the right-hand side when he's been absolutely atrocious on the left? You know what I mean? His touch and dribble close control is quality. Yes, but him beating a player, right? He dribbles well, but he can't beat a man. Every time he goes to cut in, he's in trouble. They double up on him, forget about it. It's over. Once they double up on him, it's a brick wall. He has to pass back. Whereas Saka's always not just trying to pass back, but he's looking for a pass to expose the other two players that are on him. Now, I know there's levels to this, but I just feel as if as soon as two players come onto Gabriel Martinelli, it's like, shit, Ramsey FC, turn back and pass. And that's the time when he loses the ball. And then they break down because the left back is up there with him as well. And they break down that left-hand side and they expose us a bit, stretch out the midfield, yada, yada, yada. Trossard, Jesus, Martinelli need to be our front three from now on. Look, that's all we got. Kai wasn't bad yesterday, in my opinion, but he left. But left 8 should be Moreno, Rice, especially against better teams. Look, 100%. Moreno, I'm not certain on. Moreno, I'm not a big, nah. I think our midfield is Thomas Partey and Declan Rice, and that's it. And if I'm going to bring another midfielder in, I'd rather have Ethan in there. No, that's just me, because at least he can control the ball. Who knows? It could be our Santi Cazorla. I don't know. But in my opinion, the Kai Havertz little experiment, yes, it worked, and we got this 5. Don't think it's going to happen again, though, right? I think next time you fall on your sword, know what I mean? Luca in the building. Do you think Arsenal will sign a striker? No. Nah. I don't think it's going to happen. I think January is going to be one of the worst transfer windows for Arsenal, or much of the same, where we don't do anything. And they're going to be using that excuse of, if the right players are available, then we will think about, making a move. Now, who are the right players? I don't know. I'm going to talk to Santa Claus to find out what Mikel Arteta sent him in his letter, in his little list of players, right, that he wants, right? I need to see the list because I need to chat to Santa. Because Santa's one of them guys who's got a big heart, right? He's just going to give you what you want. But at the same time, I don't think Mikel knows what he wants. You know what I mean? He could be going out there and God knows who he's going to buy. I mean, he just bought Moreno and it wasn't even on stats. It was, I think he's going to be good. Really? You'd be the only one. Fabio Vieira. The guy weighs as much as his bottle. Oh, he'll be fine in the Premier League. Yeah? Cool story. Yeah, worked out well. Guy's made from toothpicks. Awesome. Yeah, always great boy. Thoughts on Benjamin Sesko still being a strong link? Everyone's going to be a link on Arsenal now. There's links for Vlahovic. It's just media, I think. A lot of media hype. I believe that any player that we do go for is going to be a low-key, unknown. It's going to be like a Declan Rice move, undercover, if we do anything. And it's going to be quick, if we make a move. Right-wing Martinelli against Everton was quality. Really? I mean, how'd we go there? It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't to Saka standards, in my opinion. Yeah, better than Grealish. Martinelli doesn't get the support on the left-hand side. Facts. Thank you very much. Now, that is a comment and a half. That is a comment, exactly. Odegaard on that right-hand side with Saka is fluent, and it was when it was with Gabriel Martinelli as well, right? Gabriel got a little bit more, how can I say? He was a little bit more influential because of the link-up play between him and Odegaard. Now, what is it going to take to unlock Martinelli on the left? You need that number 8. You need that Granit Xhaka, right? You need that Barea, the guy I like. Not going to get him. We need that quality number 8. But that means Declan Rice would have to be playing the 6, or the 8 and the 6 are going to continue to pivot and change, roles. You pivot between 8 and 6, yada, yada. But do we have those players? No, Thomas Partey's out and out 6, right? Declan Rice can kind of play it, but he's more of an 8. But he's not the kind of 8 that Xhaka was, right? But can he grow into it? You know what I mean? We need Declan to go a little bit further forward. In this game, when you got that ball in from Calafiori, sort of the position that Granit Xhaka would have been in, that's the kind of position that we need Declan in. And I think if Declan Rice is playing that 8 role and he's that far forward, maybe he's going to link up with Martinelli a lot better. Maybe he's going to be able to go, back and forth with him. Techers, Declan Rice has got him. Do you think that Martinelli could not play the system that Mikel want? Big love, big up. I believe you. Look, I think Mikel's style is very much different from what Martinelli is sort of built for. Now, I believe that Martinelli is a kind of player like Alexis Sanchez. So if you remember, Alexis Sanchez used to go out to the wing and then cut in. I think Martinelli would do very well if he cut in early, right? Onto his right foot and takes that shot in from the left. I believe that Mikel is the one that's telling him to go down that side, right? And stretch out the play, stretch out the defenders. And I don't think that he's capable of doing it without, just like my guy said, the support of a decent midfielder. He can't do it on his own. He hasn't got the ability of Bukayo Saka to take on 2 players, maybe 3. So that's where, I think Mikel's system doesn't suit Martinelli. But it's horses for courses, isn't it? He keeps playing him. He keeps trying him. He's giving him the opportunities, but he's not really, he's not hitting those levels, Martinelli, at the moment. If Raya gets injured, we're screwed. We need a decent backup. Facts. And look, let's be honest. Raya hasn't been great this season. ASC always, you just know that Arteta will sign Rashford as a panic buy on the last day of the January transfer window. I hope not. But you know what? Every Arsenal fan would believe that. We would all day. We got Aussie. I want Martinelli from 2019 and 20. Oh, man, so would I. But that Martinelli, I think he's done and gone, man. I'd be down to sign Vlahovic. Really? What are your thoughts, guys, on Vlahovic? You reckon he could do a bit at Arsenal? I mean, look, he couldn't do worse. But would he be able to keep up with the pace of the Premier League? I don't know. How would he go? Good question. Is he a Band-Aid solution, though? Is he good enough? Is he what we want? Still need a left centre midfielder. Yeah, I think so, eh? I don't think we ever replace Granit Xhaka, and I think Declan Rice as a 6 would be great. But I think we still need that. We need that real box-to-box, right? Man, look, you know what I want? I'll be honest with you. I want another Santi Cazorla. I need another Santi in the midfield, right? That Santi could do it all, man. I miss him, man. You can take Rashford and Garnacho. Nah. I take Vlahovic over Šeško all day. Look, Vlahovic is more imposing, in my opinion. I think he would be. I don't think Vlahovic would come. I don't think it's big money for Vlahovic either. Guys, can you let me know what we're linked to and how much apparently Juventus are willing to sell Vlahovic for? I think he's on his last. I think this is his last year of his contract. I think he's got less. He's got 12 months left. Correct me if I'm wrong. Would you take Kudus? Yes. Yep. I'd take him all day. Great player. And I think we could have had him. I think we were linked to Kudus a while back and we didn't go for him. So play Odegaard as an 8 and move Monieri more advanced. Ooh, no. No, not with the bits that, nah. I can't agree with that. I can see where you're coming from, but let's be honest. In the 10 role, I think Odegaard is up there as one of the best 10s in the Premier League. You know, you got your KDB. And look, I know a lot of people give, look, I'm not going to go there, but I think KDB and Martin Odegaard right now, you know, that we're talking top 3 number 10s in the Premier League, and Martin Odegaard is in that top 3. I wouldn't want to do that. I think Ethan can come in and maybe play a little bit of an 8 at the end of the game, or come in for Odegaard as a substitute. I don't want to makeshift him as an 8. I don't want to ruin Ethan Monieri, but it's hard, especially when you've got the quality of Odegaard and what he can do in a game. He might not score goals, but when he opens up play, shit, he opens it up, man. Ethan and MLS, Halen really producing lately. Hope they both get more games. MLS is already our best left back at 18. Oh, come on. Guys, MLS better than Calafiori? No, not in my opinion. I've been watching Calafiori like crazy. This guy, dude, nah. If he stays fit, he's going to be up there. Controls the ball, can invert, can pick a pass, can ping a shot, right? He's complete. He goes back, he defends hard. I think Calafiori is going to be one of the best left backs we've ever seen if he stays fit for Arsenal. He looks wonderful right now. It's just the injuries that are worrying me. But then again, Yuri Timber, injury prone too, right? Look at him now. If that ends up being what it has to be, a year off, and he comes back and he's wonderful, I'd take that all day. Thoughts on Partey's success in the summer? Links to yourself, Fofana, who's balling at AC Milan. I think we are one. I think what we could do is drop Rice into a more of a defensive role. And maybe a Barrea would be nice. Kudus would be decent. But we have Rice sit back. The other thing is, if that number 6 is what we're going to be doing from now on, if we are going to have 6 and 8, or if it's not just going to be 2 midfielders that chop and change between those 2 positions, depending on how we attack and how we're moving forward, which is what's sort of happening now to an extent. So I think Rice is going to be, in my opinion, more of the defensive role. He's going to hold that more defensive role if Partey moves on. And I'd be looking for a Barrea, or I'd be looking at Kudus to come in the midfield. That'd be great. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I mean, for Arsenal at the moment, we're not spending, right? And if we are spending, I believe we're spending on the wrong players, guys. I think at the moment, this Crystal Palace game has given me a great high. You look at the players that are on the pitch, wonderful. Declan Rice comes in, unlocks it. Calafiori comes in, unlocks it, destroys Crystal Palace. Now, with Calafiori on the left-hand side, Skelly also coming in, knocking on the doors, Zinchenko nowhere near it. Awesome. We do have a midfield that's decent, but again, like one of my guys said earlier, one injury away and we're in trouble. And we got Kai Havertz playing 8, or Wanyeri playing 8, or Moreno playing 8. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Martinelli up front, Aussie, trust me, his first season, and I want Martinelli to be good. I reckon Martinelli, if he's going to play on the left-hand side and he cuts in early, by all means, or he plays as a striker. Miss Melina, I hope you're doing well. Big up. I've missed you. Here we go. Kudus. Okay. Rafinha. I'm not talking Rafinha because it's not going to happen. I'd take Rafinha all day. I think Rafinha should have taken Arsenal when he had the opportunity. Nah, I mean. True or not? Stuffed up, I think. Just a little bit, maybe. Kudus, yeah. Danny Olmo. I think Kudus, Rafinha are good shouts for me. But do you see us coming in that hard in January? Are these January targets, or is this are we talking summer targets? Because I don't see us spending that kind of money. Rumble, Vlahovic is a baller and a gunman. Look, I think he's a strong number 9. I think he will suit us. I think with a Kai Havertz and a Jesus and a Vlahovic, it's a good band-aid. Is he the end product? We never know. If it's the right price, I'd take him. But I'm not looking. If they say 100 million, I'm sorry. Nah. Arsenal are the first side not to lose a single Premier League London derby in calendar years since Chelsea in 2005. It's the first time Arsenal have done it since 2004. Wow, I didn't know that. There's a fact. Look at that. Didn't know that. Big up. Big up. Big up. Oh, here we go. Watching the Serie A and Vlahovic is like Ollie is like Ollie Watkins or Lacazette. Ah, see? But is it Arsenal that can make him a baller? Yeah, if he takes his Tims off. Here we go. What about Boniface? Exactly. Great player. Injuries do kind of linger around him, but a decent player all day. Strong, good on the ball, can finish, holds up the ball really well. He's not a lightweight, not the quickest player, but you don't need that. You need that brick number 9. You know what I mean? I'd rate him. I'd take him. Miss Molina, Rice is a better as a 6. Yesterday off the bench, he was good in number 8. I know. He comes in like Calafiori, and it's like turbo. They both got something to prove. It was wonderful. Energy levels through the roof. Midfield solidified. Strong as that one. Those two, and funny enough, both on the left, right? Calafiori comes in, solidifies the left-hand side. In comes the number 8 on the left-hand side, and all of a sudden, that left-hand side's more fluent, right? And Trossard on that side, great link-up play. You know what I mean? Very good, very aware, always tricky, always trying to nutmeg a player, even with a ping of a pass. So, look, Rice as a 6, if we had to, would be great as a 6. I also believe that if he was to play 8, then we are going to have to look for a decent 6. Or it's going to either have to be him in the 6 and a solid 8-6 sort of player. Barella would be good. Kudus would be good. Look, we've been bad when it comes to buying midfielders. The only midfielder I rate that we bought is Rice. Thomas Partey, due to the injuries. I'm sorry, right? I'm 20 away from... Hopefully you get there, Luca, guys. He's not that far away from getting that tally. Luca's got himself his own channel, Luca Talks Ball. If you look at it, 20 away from 8,100. Guys, if you want to go out there and subscribe, by all means. It's all love, you know what I mean? Go and help him out, you know? Mr. Happy As, is that because you look like Santi? Yes. Yes. Now, look, I'm not short like Santi, and I'm a bit bigger than Santi, and I'm a bit built, but yes. And let's be honest. Can we both agree Santi was gone? Come on, Santi was gone. What about... Oh, yeah, look. How much, though? Look, man, yes, we've been talking about it. Everyone's been chatting about it. But how much money? How much money will Arsenal spend in January? Because we are not a team that likes to spend big. I know Aubameyang, one-off thing, but we don't usually spend big in January. That's my problem. How much will we be looking at? That's the problem. Big boy shout out. Big boy shout Aussie for the Cancelo replacement. I got it. Me in the midfield, Vinnie Jones FC. Vinnie Jones FC. No one goes past me. If he goes past me, he leaves in a wheelchair. It's all good, you know, or they drag him out. Either way, not going through the middle. Go down the wings. Cool story. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to go past me, man. It's not a good idea. It's not good. Rice is better in a 6. I don't want him in an 8. Aussie Vlahovic, nah. Arsenal want Vlahovic 50 to 60. Pound, 50 to 60, or euro? If that's euro, I'll take that. Vlahovic is a hit and miss for me. Yeah, I know. He's not clinical. But the thing is, the strikers that are out there that are clinical, the Ossimans, the Lookmans, you're going to be paying through the nose. Arsenal won't spend that in January. Can we afford not to buy a striker in January and see out the rest of the season? I believe if we do that, title's done. Titles are pretty much done now. But if we don't get ourselves an 11 and a 9, now just forget about it, in my opinion. We need to make moves. Vlahovic's situation is similar to how Liverpool got Chiesa. Yeah, but let's be honest, Chiesa, he never left. He was, everyone born in a hospital, blah, blah, blah. Chiesa never left the hospital. He's always been in hospital since the day he was born. Plays football for 10 seconds, spends 10 months in the hospital. You know what I mean? Great player when he's playing. Hardly, ever, really. I would love Barella at Arsenal. Vlahovic and Arsenal will be cooking. I love Barella too. I think that guy is a midfielder to end all midfielders. I honestly believe he goes under the radar a little bit. Not many people want to talk about him. When you watch him play, he ain't easy to get off the ball. You know what I mean? Remember Sensi Cazorla on the ball? He was only as big as his bottle, right? But you knocked him down. Lacazette settings. He didn't get off the ball. He would sit there, drag the ball around on his feet. He'd look like he's doing push-ups trying to get that ball. Barella, same thing. Very strong midfielder, very hard to get off the ball. Aware? Yeah, goal maybe here and there, but he's very good in link-up play, can ping a pass, and he's very hard to get off the ball. If he does lose the ball, he's very quick to track back and get it. You know what I mean? Ooh, I want Isak. Newcastle won't sell him. Guys, I don't believe Newcastle will sell Isak. No way in the world will they sell him now, right? He was injury prone in his first season. This season looking a lot better, looking a little bit more clinical, but I don't think he's sold. Do you think Saliba and Gabriel can be like Adam Dickley? Oh, all day. Oh, look, not Keown. Now, actually, you know what? Yeah, I could see a bit of Keown in Gabriel. Yeah, I can see a bit of Keown in Gabriel, and I can see a little bit of Adams in Saliba. Now, Adams couldn't control the ball for shit, but he was calm, right? Keown was a nutter, which is sort of Gabriel. No, I mean, he can get a bit angry. So yeah, I can see that. I can see Saliba and Gabriel partnership for quite a while as one of the best centre-back partnerships we're going to see for a long time. One thing we're lucky to have, I think. Yesterday, Saliba a bit off, but strengthened up, started using his body, got better. When Calafiori was at Roma, he got the worst possible injury never seen in football. Happy for him to make such a recovery. Look, I look at Calafiori now and his career at Arsenal, and it has been unfortunately starting with injuries. But in the games that he has played, he's shown his quality. I honestly think that if he stays fit, that this is going to be a guy that we're going to be so happy that we signed. We've got so many options in defense right now. It's silly as. Celebrating JC's hat-trick is like getting your car to start after being parked for a year. Just no telling how far it's going to take you before it breaks down again. Oh my God. That analogy. Look, I'll give him that. But look, I'll take that. Can we say one thing, but big up to Mikel Arteta for playing a player who's in form, right? How many times have we seen a player, great game previously, on the bench the next game? At least he started Jesus. But you know what? I've got a bad feeling that because he's a Man City boy and he's sort of favourites, there is a bit of Wenger favouritism there, much like he does with fucking Martinelli. Calafiori looks great, but positioning looks a bit suspect for me. Yet to see MLS struggle defensively. I really think he has it all, or at least potentially. He does go forward a fair bit. He does, but when he goes forward, if you look at the way he tracks into the midfield, Skelly hasn't got that in him. And he controls the ball. He can take on a man. So his positioning when it comes maybe in the attack then going to defense is going to have him out there in no man's land. I think because of the injuries, because he hasn't had that much game time, we haven't seen the best of him. But I can see what you're talking about. There has been a few games where his positioning's been a little bit off, but he has been good to track back, put his body in the way, or even if he has to commit a foul, commit the right foul. The thing always hurting Arsenal is the Cronkies and profit margins, which is why you're not spending as you should. 60k to 80k expansion is a similar excuse. Look, the Cronkies have spent. Arsenal bring in anywhere between, and this I haven't looked at the reports for about 2 years, so please guys, these are old. This will be old numbers, but Arsenal will bring in profiting about over 300 million a season before Champions League. After Champions League, more. We were able to spend anywhere between 200 to 280 million pound in a window. Now, I understand that we have spent a fair bit of money, but we have spent poorly. Aaron Ramsdale, we bought him, didn't work out, dead money, right? Fabio Vieira, dead money, right? Zinchenko, dead money, right? There's been a lot of dead money signings, and that's just to name a few. So now, if we look up Moreno, dead money. Jesus, can we all agree? Yeah, kind of dead money. So if you think about it, we have spent, but we have been wasteful too. I would love to spend a lot more though. 20 away, everyone, from 80k. Luke is getting there. How much do you factor in age for a striker? E.g. Gurek is an absolute baller, but he's 27, turning 28. As long term, how much does he have left? Exactly, and how much is he got left in the Premier League? See, striker in the Premier League usually don't age well because they're getting argy-bargy, getting hammered, right? In the modern game. So anyone that we do get in, I would love them to be 24, 25, but that's when you're paying top dollar. And it'd have to be, up there world class. And I don't think we're going to be doing that. I honestly believe we're going to be band-aiding it. I think the number 9 role is going to be something that we continuously keep topping up. We're never going to buy the number 9 that we need. So if you think about Gyökeres, there's a player we'll get, right? We could get, but we'll be replacing him in 2 years. No shit. And we'll lose money on him. And that's what we're going to have to live with. You know what I mean? Unless the diamond in the rough striker that we pick up from the Highland or, out there, our scouts. I don't see us going out there spending big money on the right number 9. That's my problem with Arsenal. And even in the 7, even in the 11 role, same deal. I think people sleeping on Boniface, and Boniface is a great player. All right, he's a decent player, and I think Boniface will be a player that if we did go for, would be a great addition. Boniface and Vlahovic sort of the same sort of deal because Boniface does, injuries aren't his best are his best friend. Molina Barella is so good, but some of these players just don't want to leave Serie A for England wet weather. I know, but it's London. It's London. And Calafiori's there, right? They can be friends. We'll buy him a villa. Yeah. We'll pay him. Yeah. I want him. Let's just go over there and say, look, we'll give you whatever you want. Come over. It'll be fine. Shits and giggles. And we'll send Moreno the other way. Big up, Luca. Big up. All good. All good. What do we got here? ASC always. What was the point spending £35 million on Moreno? That's right. It was around that, wasn't it? And it's like €50 million, give or take. If he can't get in the midfield over Havertz, precisely. Just like Fabio Vieira. We spent 33 million on Fabio Vieira. And what happened with him? We're very bad at picking midfielders. Fucking horrible. Apart from Declan Rice. 60 million at least cost for Lookman in January. See, January window, you got to inflate that. Because it's always very hard to replace a player. Do you think Arsenal will come down to the Kroenke, or Arsenal will come down to Kroenkes in January because Kroenkes didn't do anything in the summer? Also, Lookman available in next summer for 30 million. Now, this is the thing. I don't think that the Kroenkes are going to make too much available in January. I think the Kroenkes are going to be more like, you know what? You've gotten your money. We've backed you. You've gotten the player. Moreno is an Arteta signing. Moreno is a player that he wanted, much like Kai Havertz. I got to have him. He got him. Live with it. Make it work. There is pressure on Mikel Arteta, guys. Don't think there isn't. There is pressure on him. And the Kroenkes they've invested. And they might not have invested their money, but when they own Arsenal, whatever Arsenal generate is their money. Whatever they decide to give to Mikel Arteta from Arsenal's money is theirs. So at the same time, it's like, we've given you, what have you gotten us? You know what I mean? We can't spoil Mikel Arteta too much. He's making a lot of mistakes. By the way, I think West Ham said a minimum of 85 million for Kudus if they want him next season. Next season, right? Next season. So we're talking about over 100 million this season. Facts. Osserman, could have got him on loan. Go to bed. Come on, mate. She'll be all right, mate. You don't worry about it, mate. I don't think we will sign anybody in January. Facts. I'm with you on that one. Stenny, yes, Steve, I've been waiting a long time for your thoughts. Where you been? Where you been? Where you been hiding? I want to know. All right? Insta, message me. Where you been? Hiding. Yeah? No, look, it's all right. I've been doing the same thing. Life is a bastard, right? Yeah. Big up. Missed ya. Missed yous all lot. Missed everyone in the chat. Thank you all for joining me today. I know it's last minute, but I really appreciate it. Guys, Never a Foul Media, much love to the guys there. Came in and bombed me, right? Came in and hammered me. Big up to those guys, right? That's family there, man. Those guys, honestly, supported my channel from day dot. Yeah? Big up. Big up to the Armory. Big up to Football Capital. Big up Miss Melina. Big up Luca. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to everyone who's subscribed. Thank you so much for jumping in on this stream. It's been last minute FC. I put it together quick and I thought, I've got to talk about Arsenal. I've been down in the dumps and you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm going to talk a little bit about Arsenal, talk about what's been going on, yeah? And hopefully before Christmas, connect with everybody again. Maybe get back into the swing of things. Arsenal did sell quite well in the summer, January window. It could be busy. Yeah, we did sell decent. There are a few other players that I'd like to sell. Zinchenko being one of them. That'd be nice to a player. That'd be a nice player to offload. We can't offload Moreno, but yeah, we have done well. ESR went out the window. Ramsdale went out the window. We got Neto on loan, so we didn't spend money there. We've done well. I think Arsenal haven't done too well this time round, but we do have some deadwood, and this is new deadwood. Manchester City deadwood. Jesus firing right now. If you don't get a striker, we're stuck with him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Unfortunately, this is the way it works. At Arsenal Football Club, even with a result like this, we can be happy. We got to take it for what it is. Great result against Crystal Palace. Double bubble. Move on to the next game. In my opinion, Arsenal are in a good position at the moment. Pressure's on Liverpool. Are Liverpool going to slip? We can only dream. Are Chelsea going to slip? We can only fucking hope and pray. Are Manchester City going to continue to slip? Everybody wants that. Big up to everybody who's jumped in onto this stream. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. If you don't mind, that would be absolutely wonderful. I'm probably going to end this stream right here, guys. So look, big up to everybody. Thank you for joining me. Never a Foul Media, Football Capital, Fran, Miss Melina, everybody, please look, Instagram, DM me. It'll be great to get you guys on. We can chit-chat about this and that whenever we've got some time. It'd be great to link up. But guys, look, from the Ozaguna, from everyone out in Australia, if I don't talk to you guys beforehand, it's Merry Christmas and all that. Big up the Arsenal, big up the chat, and it's Uru, guys. Oh, guys, look, honestly, I don't want to go, but you know, Uru, guys.